Hello students, today we shall continue with lesson 15 Fun with Magnets. In the previous video, we have already seen few characteristics of magnet like a magnet always settles in the north-south direction. Second, the magnetic force is concentrated at the two ends or poles of a magnet and the two poles of a magnet cannot be separated from each other. Now today we shall learn few more characteristics of a magnet. Induced magnetism. Let's try this experiment. Fix a powerful bar magnet to a stand as shown in the figure. Fix an iron bar at a short distance below the magnet. Take iron filings near the iron bar. What do you see? And after some time just take the magnet away and find out what happens. You will see that iron filings stick to the iron bar when the magnet is near it and falls off as soon as the magnet is taken away. That is, the magnetism in the bar vanishes. So what can we conclude from this? A magnetic material acquires magnetism when placed near a magnet, and this magnetism is called induced magnetism. Now let's try this. Fix a bar magnet to a stand as shown in the figure. Let it become steady. Take another bar magnet near the hanging bar magnet. Observe what happens. Do the same again and again, exchanging the ends of the magnet. What do you see? There is a repulsion between like poles of a magnet. That means when you bring two similar poles near each other, they just go away from each other. While there is attraction between the opposite poles. Suppose you are bringing North Pole and South Pole together, they will attract each other. Now let's prepare an artificial magnet. For this, take a needle or nail, place it steady on a table. Keep on rubbing a magnet over it from one end to the other. Do this 7 to 8 times. Now take few pins near the needle or nail. What do you see? The pins will attract to the needle or the nail. That means in this way magnetic objects are acquiring magnetism, and magnetism of this kind is temporary. It lasts only for a short while. Now let's make an electromagnet. For this you will require an iron nail of about 10 centimeter length and a 1 meter long insulated copper wire, a battery, pins or other magnetic objects. Now wind the copper wire around the nail as shown in the figure. Join both the ends of the wire to the cell. Now take the pins near the head of the nail. What do you see? You will see that the pins stick to the nail. Now stop the electric current and see what happens. The pin sticking to the nail falls off. Why does this happen? Magnetism is produced in the nail due to the electric current. When it is put off, the magnetism vanishes. Such a magnet is called an electromagnet. This magnetism is temporary. Electromagnetism is used in many places in our day-to-day life. For example, it is used in instruments such as a doorbell and a crane. Permanent magnets. The magnets fixed to a pin holder or the door of a cupboard are permanent magnets. Permanent magnets are made from a mixture of nickel, cobalt and iron. For example, the material alnico is a mixture of aluminium, nickel and cobalt. Just look at the name alnico. From the name itself we'll come to know. Al stands for aluminium, Ni for nickel and Co for cobalt. That is, alnico is a mixture of aluminium, nickel and cobalt. Production of electricity with the help of a magnet. The British scientist Michael Faraday developed the technique of producing electricity with the help of a magnet. Michael Faraday was born in a poor family. As a young boy, he had to work with bookseller. There he read many books and developed an interest in science. Later, he went on to do research at the Royal Institution in London. It is due to Faraday's research that today we can use electricity and magnetism in innumerable instruments in our day-to-day life. Here you can see the picture of a maglev train. The properties of electromagnetism and repulsion between magnets are used in the maglev train. How does this train works? Due to the repulsion between the train and the rail, the force of friction does not come into play and the train slides over the rails with great speed. The magnets fixed on the two sides of the train help it to move forward. Now let us see some use of magnetic material. You can see the ATM card. There is a strip of magnetic material in the ATM card or the credit cards where necessary information about the user is stored. Magnetic materials are also used to store data in the hard disk of a computer, an audio or videotape, etc. Magnetism gets destroyed when a magnet is heated, thrown, knocked about, or broken into pieces. Therefore, it is important to store magnets carefully. A piece of soft iron is placed in the box in which a magnet is kept. The bar of soft or pure iron protects a magnet. Therefore, such a bar is called a magnet keeper.